His hands once worked a mine in the lowlands, then I clutched the scarred stock of a loaded for action. 28-year-old eyes that have seen 1,000 men die can't blink away the horrors he's seen on the line. The artillery brackets, the trench lines around him, cries of gas and fire can pierce the ring of ears deafened. He volunteered on a promise that it would all mean something, and still he clings to that hope, even as the earth's trembling. So stand for a nation that calls us to its defense.
For the fortunes and hubris of prideful old men.
So
we die
to shield our families from the oncoming dark.
for darling lying fools wasting our lives on their lark.
At 4 p.m. the guns ceased their bombardment, and out of their smoke storm hordes of armed men. With his bellows he sights and fires as true as he can, aiming to hold to the very last man. Shrapnel and blood spatter sandbags around him, flamethrowers leave bones and uniforms smoldering, fixed bayonets run through broken men's hearts as the line bends and cracks and crumbles apart. So stand for a nation that calls us to its defense.
For the fortunes and hubris of prideful old men.
So
we die
to shield our families from the oncoming dark.
for darling lying fools wasting our lives on their lark.
They need help, but there's no one coming. The colonel in the rear must be warned what's in the offing. The soldier volunteers to carry a message in hand, back across the hellscape of no man's land. He sets off at a run, soft hat pulled low. Lip of the second trench seems a distant stone's throw. Bullets spray mud and whip past his ears, but in his heart is a courage that stamps down his fear. So stand for a nation that calls us to its defense.
For the fortunes and hubris of prideful old men.
So
we die
to shield our families from the oncoming dark.
for darling lying fools wasting our lives on their lark.
He was found half buried and shattered in a crater, arm upstretched, a desperate message in his fingers. Then we'll never find the rest of his poor dear friends, our boys from a town whose best hopes met their ends. One life or a dozen or 100 meant nothing to a war burning through such millions like kindling, while a crumpled slip of paper was never received. His loss was heard clearly by his bereaved. Soon tired empires collapsed and the guns grew subdued. In front of his old mine, his town raised a statue. They remembered his valor, but too soon forgot the true reasons this great war had on this world been wrought.